Kanti ke mbukeli ukubhiyoza ubomi bakhe uDavid Mabuza ngokumbukeli sawuqhagamshelana naye singatsho mbukeli into yokubana igqala lezomzabalazo ugqirha Mathews Phosa. Gqirha Phosa masikubulise sikwamkele enkqubeni sibambe ngazibini ngexesha lakho ngalentsasa.
Good morning to you and to your listeners and viewers. You know, I'm never sure whether you're a TV or a radio, so I assume you're both. But thanks for the opportunity to talk to you.
Lena SABC Lehae inkqubo-ndaba ekuphakela zonke kwaye ndiyafuna ukuqinisekisa Gqirha Phosa into yokubana sikumabonakude wakho sithetha nje. Gqirha Phosa ndiyafuna into yokubana sibuyele emva nakubeni ke sibhiyozela ubomi bomhlonitshwa uDavid Mabuza. Ngumntu wokuqala esingatsho into yokubana wawuzama into yokubana umsondeze kwi-UDF phaa ngonyaka ko-1986. Ndiyafuna undixelele ngobudlelwane bakho naye usaqala ukumbona ngaphambi kokuba singathi mhlambe uyangena nzulu kwezopolitiko. Ukhumbula ntoni? Wayengumuntu onjani?
First, let us respect the family and continue to send our condolences to the family, the relatives, and to the nation, because you are the Deputy President of South Africa. Real sincere condolences to all of us. And secondly, to come to your principal question, I did not introduce David Mabuza to UDF. He was a student at Mugwenya Training College, which was training teachers. And I was an activist of the ANC in underground, doing political and military work for the ANC. And at that time, we were forming cells in various institutions like schools, university, colleges. Because we wanted to politicize the young people so that when they come out of school, they understand the ANC politics and they drive those politics. So Mugwenya College was targeted. We formed about 5 cells. But one of the cells, which was chaired by the late Comrade brought Didi Mabuza in the midst. So we recruited Didi Mabuza as a young little boy into a cell. You know, I did not know at that time I'm recruiting the future deputy president. And of course, fast forward, we worked together, and I was thrown out to exile. Fast forward, I came back at the elections in '94. After the elections, Utata Mandela asked me to be the first premier of Mpumalanga. I agreed to serve. I had to put together a cabinet. At that time, there was a debate about who will be in the cabinet, who will not be in the cabinet, who will be the MEC of education, who will not be. There was a debate about Vivi, Wenfol, and Didi Mabuza. In the end, it was settled that Didi Mabuza would be my first MEC of education. I sent Comrade Jack Mudipani to go and fetch him at the Mshaza Secondary School. He was a teacher, a mere teacher, not even a principal. I said, Comrade Didi, I want you to be the first MEC of education in Mpumalanga. He said, Comrade Phosa, I don't know what it means to be an MEC. I said, Comrade Didi, I don't know what it means to be a premier. I would like to know, but I will have to learn as I work. So let's go and work and serve the people. Build schools, build roads, build houses, ensure that education is received, build new schools, build clinics. Let's go and do the work of the people. He said, no, I will do that with you under your leadership. We worked very well together. And as that collective, we're able to expand the N4 road into Maputo Port and Maputo Harbor. We're able to build a new airport in Mpumalanga, which is, does not exist anywhere in this province. Beautiful airport from a mud farm. We're able to build more schools. We're able to inspire business to invest in the area in Mpumalanga, to build the biggest government building which is coordinated in this country with no match until today. As a collective, I was the leader of this group, of which he was a member. And fast forward, Mabuza outgrew the position of MEC. He became the premier of the province. And I didn't appoint him, the president then appointed him. And of course, step by step going forward, Mabuza then campaigned on a unity slate into a conference of the ANC, where he became the deputy president of the ANC through the vote of the ANC branches, which elected him. So that is the journey. The question of UDF is misleading from your side. He joined the ANC long before the UDF was formed.
Wow, sibulele ngalo background Gqirha Phosa uyatsho into yokubana ngethuba ukunye naye ubungaqondi into yokubana apha kuphekwa kuzawaphulwa uSekela Mongameli welizwe. Uyabalisa nomntu obana mhlambe ubonakala ngathi wawungumntu owawunentembeko kuye uba mhlambe angagqwesa kwizinto ezininzi. Ndiyafuna ke ngoku sibuyele emva kuba uMzantsi Afrika umbona ngathi ngumntu mhlambe ongathi ngumntu othulileyo kodwa ke o-strategic. Ungathi mhlambe wena Gqirha Phosa yintoni mhlambe i-trait yakhe thina singumZantsi Afrika esingayazi kodwa wena yinto owayibonayo?
Well, Comrade DD was very active even in the cells. We discussed politics, we discussed how to mobilize the masses, how to mobilize the communities, how to mobilize the churches and civil society. And we went out to campaign. We didn't say we're ANC, we just campaigned for the ANC and sticking by the principles. He was very active. He was never silent in those meetings of the cells. Later, when the youth movement was formed, like Loyomo, Lawfelt Youth Organization, under Comrade Mill Charles and Given Cave, he was active also in those structures. And he was active in NUSA, the teachers' organization. He was never a silent player. He was always active in the structures. But he was not a controversial character. He was humble, he was soft-spoken, very, very shy, contrary to what anyone can think, but very effective.
Sithe uba sive indaba kule veki ephelileyo Gqirha Phosa ndiqinisekile uMzantsi Afrika uye waxheleka inhliziyo kusithiwa yho ngenene nangenyaniso uwile umthi omkhulu. Ndiyafuna ukuqonda kuwe Gqirha Phosa xa uveza indaba what was your immediate reaction emva kokuba kuthiwa uswelekile?
I was sad, I was shocked, and I thought about his dear wife. Later I sent their condolences. She says, I'm strong in faith, which made me very happy. And of course, we started to talk about it, and the media was all over wanting to know about him, creating stories which did not exist, like you just said. I recruited him in UDF. I recruited him in an ANC cell when the ANC was not fashionable. But when you had a T-shirt of the ANC, you went to jail. I put him in a cell. So he was brave to join the ANC. It was not easy. Like people talk easy today and they think about the ANC members. It was tough. The price was jail, but he was prepared to sacrifice his life.
And Gqirha Phosa xa sijonga uhambo lwakhe, I mean from humble beginnings esempumalanga to actually being uSekela Mongameli, ungathi mhlambe yonke loo nto ithetha ntoni ngokuzimisela kwakhe?
Well, he was one of our leaders, and he rose to the top. He didn't rise on his own. The branches of the ANC believed in him, and they supported him. He became deputy president. There was no magic about it. He had to work very hard on the ground and win support. Like all of us had to work very hard and win support for the various positions we ever occupied in the ANC. So there's no mystery around him. He raised from a cell of the ANC, which was a very informal structure, to become the deputy president. I did not know that I'm recruiting a young man, into a cell of the ANC in the corner of the rural Mpumalanga, who will become deputy president one day. I'm so proud.
Xa sizayiqwela siyiqongqothe Gqirha Phosa, ungathi mhlawumbe uMzantsi Afrika bekumele into yokubana umkhumbula njani umhlonitshwa uDavid Mabuza, naye ingaba mhlawumbe ngeyiphi legacy ebengathanda into yokubana ayishiye kuMzantsi Afrika uphela and generations to come?
When he was MEC, he pushed the idea of building more schools, intensifying proper education amongst the community. So that's his legacy, education, the infrastructure of more schools, which he built. And then, of course, he built the spirit of unity in the ANC. When he was going to be elected as deputy president, that was his ticket. Let us unite the movement, which was an important thing even today. The ANC is in total disarray now. It needs to be united. I listened to the voice of Comrade Nomvula talking about the need for unity. I agree with her. You cannot renew a divided movement. It must first be united. And of course, you cannot renew it without service delivery. The people must regain confidence in the organization. He believed in that. The organization must deliver water, electricity, better roads, and sanitation. It must build houses. And then will be a legacy we leave for him as well. He dreamed of those things.
Yeah, and I'm sure Gqirha Phosa into yokubana ikhona ixesha apho beniba kunye nihleke. Ingaba mhlawumbe zikhona ii-memories apho nje nanizihlekela nizipholele nobabini?
All the time. And we differed where we had to differ. We were good political activists. We agreed that you differ to agree at the end. And I can tell you now, we differed even sometimes publicly, but at the end we agreed. Comrade Mabuza, I lost my daughter a few years ago. Muyahabo, may his soul rest in peace. He said to me, I want to come to the funeral and I want to speak. And he came with Comrade Julius Malema. And then you know what he said at the memorial service of my daughter? He said, people think I'm fighting with Comrade Phosa. I'm not. Comrade Phosa is my father. I am what I am today, Deputy President, because of him.
Oh bethunana. And xa sizayiqwela kunabantu abangabatsha siyaqonda into yokubana umuntu ozawusuka aseve iMpumalanga khona abantu abatsha nabo abazidlayo abatshoyo bakhombe bathi uSekela Mongameli uphume apha kweli phondo into abazidla ngayo amazwi ongathi uwaphose kubo nabo baqina kwaye nabo baba ngemagorha angomso bazeke emzekweni.
They must be prepared to serve. Leadership is not about serving personal egos. It's about serving the people, understanding the needs of the people, and addressing the needs of the people. Like I've indicated, our people want jobs. They want education. They want a growing economy. They want no load shedding. They want clean water. They want streets which have no potholes. We must all commit to rendering good service to the people. That will be an honor to Comrade Mabuza.
Gqirha Phosa masibambe ngazibini ngexesha lakho nokuba usityebisele ngobomi bakhe umhlonitshwa uDavid Mabuza. Siyaqonda into yokubana ngenene nganyenyaniso kwezi zinto zibalisileyo kuyabonakala into yokubana ibinkulu into benikunye nayo. Siyabulela nathi into yokubana wabelele nathi kunye nababukeli bethu. Ube nosuku oluhle kakhulu.
Enkosi kakhulu.